Hey guys, this is the Reaper, bringing you another episode of the Amateur Starcraft League. So, today's matchup we have the Red Zerg Myzik versus the Blue Protoss Tacos. Now, the reason I wanted to show you guys this matchup is because it's got two different strategies in it that I think a lot of sort of new players don't usually employ, and that's harassment and early aggression. So let's go ahead and step into this match. This match is in Metalopolis, one of my favorite maps, especially as a Terran player, because of these ledges right here that you can just abuse with Reapers so well. And like I said, harassment is such a big thing, and it's really underutilized, just like scouting and early aggression. Because a lot of newer players will just kind of sit back and try to build up a little bit of a force, and they won't really go after their opponents. And then it always becomes who macroed the biggest force that kind of wins. Um, and in this match, that isn't necessarily what happens. So, we've got a probe right here. And he's going to go ahead and do some scouting. Again, very underutilized in the lower leagues. This is actually a Gold League match. Um, and Tacos, I was talking to Tacos, and he said that he doesn't really feel like he deserves to be placed in the Gold League. He doesn't think he's quite that good. But that doesn't mean that he stands no chance at winning this match. And I really like that he's doing the scouting. I'm trying to figure out where his opponent is. I'm surprised that Myzik hasn't sent any of these overlords out to scout. It's kind of interesting. Um, but it looks like Tacos is going to scout this base. We see the spawning pool going down here. Very standard, around 13. So this probe does find this base. Is going to scout around. Not really anything that he's going to see that should surprise him. And we see a gateway going down over here. It's just about to be finished. Looks like this probe is just going to hang out here and kind of try to see if the Zerg player sends anything out early so that Tacos will have an idea if that happens. So this gateway goes down, starts warping in a Zealot. Now we got the Cybernetics core. And we see 6 Zerglings being built and a Roach Warren by our Zerg player Myzik. So we're probably going to see a Roach rush here. He finally sent out his Overlord to do some scouting. Scouted across from him. Not going to find anything there. We see the Zerglings are on the move here. I'm surprised. I wonder if they saw this. No, they didn't see this probe right here, which is interesting. So, we see the early aggression happening here. Here comes some Zerglings. Now, Tacos does have a Zealot here, and he's probably going to have another one by the time Myzik actually finds his base. So Myzik gets up here, finds out that he picked the wrong spot to look, and every second that it takes you to find your opponent when you're doing a rush is bad, because that just means that they've got more time to build up their forces and be prepared. So here we see these 6 Lings rushing in versus 2 Zealots with another one coming out. This could be really bad for the Zerg player. He's got to get us around on these Zealots right now before this third one comes out. A little bit of miss micro there. This Zergling was way over here. Not even going to take down one Zealot. He pulls back his Lings because they're at low health, and he'll just let them bio regen so he can use them later. Here we see more Lings coming out, a Stalker coming out for Tacos. So now Tacos knows that his opponent is going with a rush. We see Roaches already out. This Queen just chilling here, really needs to be using its Spawn Larva ability. And this probe has moved up here just to ensure that there's no expansion here. And we could be seeing another push happening here with these lings and these roaches. So we've got zealots and a warp gate and 2 gateways in production right now for our Protoss player. And the harvester count right now is 11 to 19 in the favor of our Protoss player, who's producing about 600 minerals to 300 for the Zerg player. So the early economic advantage goes to the Protoss. But here we see some Zerglings moving out and some roaches moving out down here. Looks like these Zerglings, yeah, one of these is going to gain sight with the Zelnaga tower. Just kind of make sure that neither of these expansions here are taken. So good map control. So yeah, we're definitely going to be seeing another push here by the Zerg player. But the Protoss player here's got a sizable force. Of course, this one Zealot right here that's not looking too healthy. But he's got 3 fully healed Zealots and 1 Stalker who hasn't taken any damage. And probably going to see more Stalkers on the way. We do see another one down here. So, unless the Zerg player can get a good surround here, it's going to be really tough for him to push back this Protoss army and break through and get to the probes down here. So we'll see what happens here. He's pushing in. These Zealots are going to try and come up and take the brunt of the damage. So far, Myzik's doing really good at keeping his roaches at a good distance and just breaking down these Zealots as fast as possible, because these Lings are actually really good against these Stalkers. And it looks like the Zerg player is definitely going to win this battle right now. Now, he should be making more reinforcements, but he's not. And I'm not quite sure why. And we see a Stargate coming down from Tacos here. So these Lings are going to go for these pylons. Good move here. Taco's trying to chrono boost out this Zealot. Not going to work, though. I think that this pylon here is going to go down first. Yeah, it's definitely going to go down because supply blocked. Now, Tacos did warp in this one Zealot here, and he got one more that came out just in time. So we see one of the roaches going down. He's going for the mineral line, but switches over to take out this Zealot here, and we see Protoss air weapons level 1 coming out, being researched, and some Phoenixes once he's not supply blocked. So we're probably going to see a Phoenix harass here, assuming that the Zerg player doesn't just mop this up right now. Well, we see more reinforcements coming in for the Protoss player. He's going to try and focus fire down this roach right here. Myzik trying to micro this, but his roaches go down. The Zealot's going to be in a lot of trouble here. Oh, well, he might actually finish off these Zerglings. And he does. You see the probes going back to work up here. So, good early aggression by the Zerg player, just not enough. And we see these Phoenixes are just about warped in. And when that happens, they may be going directly down to the Zerg player's base. I'm not sure. We see Myzik's already got a few roaches, going to be prepared for another attack. And here comes this Phoenix. And I don't know what it's going to do by itself. Maybe pick off some overlords for now. Looks like he's just going to plant it down here, out of sight of the Zerg player. Meanwhile, we see Myzik trying to run in here with some more Lings and roaches. These pylons being rebuilt by Tacos. Got more Zealots. Of course, one of the weakened ones. And a Forge going down, so we might see some Static D and a second Phoenix now. With 2 Phoenixes, we might see Phoenix harass finally be able to happen here. But here come these Lings to try and take out this pylon. Oh, and he changes where he wants them. A little bit of micro there by Myzik, because he really could have done more damage to this pylon before these Zealots got over here. Nice Zealot placement here by Tacos to cut off the avenue of attack by the Zerglings. This weakened Zealot's going to go down first. So Taco's not doing anything with these two Phoenixes yet. We see these Zealots are probably going to get taken down, but here comes some more. Taco's wisely retreating and doing what he can to just try and hold this Zerg player off as long as possible. A third Phoenix coming down here. These roaches are gonna get rid of these Zealots pretty easily. Oh, here comes some more reinforcements again. One of the roaches gonna go down. This other roach is gonna go down now. No question. So I wonder what's going to happen with these Phoenixes here. Tacos has them on the move now. He's probably going to try and push into this base. And I don't think that Myzik knows that these Phoenixes are even made yet. So let's see what happens here. Picking up these drones, going to just take them down. Harass the mineral line. We see Burrow and Mutalisks being made. But I think where are the Mutalisks? I don't know what happened to them. Ah, here they are. These Mutalisks are all going to go down though. This queen not able to help them because of the graviton beam of the Phoenixes. And now we'll probably see him just try to pick off this queen and do what they can to damage these harvesters. Right now it's 7 harvesters to 22, so this harassment is really doing a lot of damage here. This Phoenix just chilling while this Phoenix tries to pick off some Overlord, supply block the Zerg player. More and more Phoenixes are in production. These Phoenixes still trying to save up enough energy to graviton beam this queen probably. And there it is, the graviton beam. So this other Phoenix can come over here and try and pick off this queen finally. Oh, but here comes some mutas by Myzik. 1 Phoenix out, 2 Phoenix out. So good adaptment there by our Zerg player. But I think with all these Phoenixes being made, he's still going to be in a lot of trouble. And I gotta wonder where the unit production is here by the Zerg player. He's just making some lings and trying to recover his economy, which makes sense. But man, he is, oh yeah, see, he's just mineral block. That's why he can't make anything. This queen really needs to be over here producing larvae though, so some miss micro there by the Zerg player. And here comes some stalkers to help with base defense, still making these Phoenixes. So the Zerg player's economy still, oh, there we go. Myzik has left the game. So Myzik probably assuming that there's more harassment coming and that his economy is just not going to be able to rebuild in time to stop Tacos. So Tacos did a nice job in this game, earned the W, and he did it through harassment, which, like I said, is not always used the way that it should be. But the Zerg player did have a chance at winning that game early. He just did not hotkey anything and make any reinforcements. He could have taken down this Nexus, no problem, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. So, again, this is the Reaper, and I'm glad that you guys are watching my channel, and I will see you guys next time.